Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining in. We are here at the Adria International Raceway located in northern Italy. We are back for the pre-final and final later on today. We will have the pre-final in just a moment, but let's take you through the highlights on the races earlier today. Luke Morales taking two heat wins, gaining two places on both heats. Nocom, a good result to finish both P2 in both of the qualifying heats, and Adria round the top three in the intermediate classification with a P3 and a P4 finish in both heats, respectively. Just a spot of bother after Heat 2 for a last lap collision with Juan Lucas that ultimately resulted in a penalty for Adria there. But now we get ready as the Italian sunshine shines here on the pre-grid for the pre-final. Without further ado, let's head to Russell Reyes for his commentary.
Alright, welcome back to the Iame Italy round 3 here in day 1 at Adria Raceway International Circuit. And at the moment we'll be having this will be the pre-final grid for the round 3, so this is gonna be intense. I think Luke Morales will be leading for us in this race. And unfortunately Jensen Hammond had a bad heat 2. He was leading the heat races, but now he's in the mid pack, so it's gonna be pretty hard for him to catch back up. So let's see what happens soon, as the karters are now getting ready to start this race. It's about a minute left before the formation lap begins, and I just want to say that, thank you so much to Axel Nocom for hosting these events, and huge shout out to him for enduring the complicated nature of hosting an international sim racing event, sim karting event. So yeah, we'll be doing it shortly. So I think Axel Nocom will be starting in P2, and Luke Morales now will try to cover him up. And unfortunately for Adria Amit, he just got a penalty for the incident with I think that was one Lucas Plumbarret, who he made contact with and inevitably spun him out.
Here we go then for the pre-final start lineup. It's Luke Morales on pole position for the first time today, just starting alongside Axel Nocom for the KART Republic. Then on row number 2, it's Adria Amit from Malaysia, just starting alongside Juan Lucas for the victory lane. Then it's Marcus Acambra and Jensen Hammond for Australia. Then on row number 4, it's Lucas Couto and Pierre Abdiwan, who's not had the best qualifying heats of today. Then it's Jan Seguanta and Mateo Javier, who rounds up the top 10. Unfortunately, Henry King won't be able to take part of this pre-final.
Mateo is having a pretty rough time. Fortunately, starting almost at the back, so yeah, sometimes it gets hard in these events. We have here Marcus Tacambra, who also had a bad time. He was involved in an incident a while ago that caused him to spin out. Now we're heading into the start of this race, so let's focus back up to Luke Morales, who's about to start this. And at the moment, yeah, they're lining it up. So it's all about starting it pretty well to start this circuit with 17 corners and fast sweepers. So now let's go, green flag, let's go. And that's it for 182. He's now covering the inside pretty well. Luke Morales, oh, big contact there from Adria Amit. I think he almost spun out, and there we go, Lucas Couto. I think that was Lucas Couto involved in a massive collision, but everyone is still in the race. He'll be joining at the back there. There we go. He joined at the back, but I don't think he joined in a correct manner, as he just cuts the track. There we go. Another spin out for, I think that's 111. So that would be Jensen Hammond involved in another big collision accident. So pretty bad. So let's see now what will happen. Okay, so there's no full course yellow yet. Let's see now if No full course yellow for the stewards, so we're all good. Marcus Lacambra setting at the fastest lap of 58.2 in the first lap, so it's not yet over. And there we go, Axel Nocum. We see him trying to make a move around the inside of, I think that's Pier D1. No, that's Adria Amet. Yeah, so now that's P3 for Axel Nocum. Luke Morales still in the lead, still covering the inside. Pretty good defense from this kid. And as we can see, he's now closing in slightly on Luke Morales there. I think Marcus Acambra is just trying to find a way here. This is a slightly longer race of about 9 laps. So, yeah. Oh, we have a big incident there at the back. Lucas Kutu is stuck. His cart is stuck, so he's have to go back to the pits. We have Mateo also involved in an accident there. And I think we have a big battle going on at P1. There we go. Axel Nocom manages to take P2. Apologies, we didn't see it, but there we go. He goes around the inside for P1, overtaking Luke Morales, but it's not yet over. Luke Morales is still in the race, still trying for a switchback, and there we go. It almost opened the door, but yeah, Axel Nocom just had it closed as soon as Luke Morales put his car there. So yeah, good defense from Axel Nocom to take this position, and I think he's gonna defend another time. There we go. As we see there, Adria Amet is trying to make something out of this skirmish from the two top class Philippine carters there. As they battle it out, I think Adria Amet has a good advantage here if he keeps that cart alive. He's now gonna stay a little bit behind there, not try to crash out. Oh, as he almost spins out there, the grass is really aggressive on this cart. There we go. Axel Nocom opens the door, and now Adria Amet is making it a 3 wide with Adria Amet taking the inside for a double overtake. What a good pass there for Adria Amet. Oh, great job. But now Axel Nocom defending the inside. So he's not gonna let Luke Morales through, but yeah, Luke Morales. Oh wait, sorry, that's Marcus Acambra finding a way around the inside, but now he has the inside again defended for the right-hander. And again, another fight there for Luke Morales. Oh man, that almost made a collision there. If they just brake a tiny bit later, it would have been a bad crash. But as we can see now, we have Pierre D1 slowly catching up, and he does make a move on Axel Nocom there. Slightly, little bit too much contact. Oh no, unfortunate there for Pierre D1. Okay, one Lucas Pulumbarat. Let's see him. I think he's just almost spun out there. Pierre D1 is still trying to catch up, I think. Yeah, it's still not yet the end, so there's still a chance. A 3-way fight here. Brewing against Luke Morales, Marcus Acambra, and Axel Nocom. Axel Nocom cuts the track. And I think that will be a penalty for the stewards. As we can see there, they're gonna try to work together once again. And this is really hard for the one at the back there. Oh wait, I think we have a fight going on. I think that's between Hans Aguanta and one Lucas Pulumbarat. Hans Aguanta still learning this card, still learning this track. But yeah, it's all about the seat time here. We see there one Lucas Pulumbarat trying to make a move around Lucas Kutu. And he does try this. He does get it. Wow, what a good switchback. But now Lucas Kutu will get a slipstream, so he might try to attack once again. Oh, almost spun him out there. Okay, they're gonna work together to try and catch up. As no, Lucas Kutu is not gonna let that happen. He's gonna fight Lucas Pulumbarat. Pushes up wide. Again, not giving up there as one Lucas Pulumbarat still tries to take the inside. And again, we have a battle brewing. I think they're catching up to Adria Amet, as we can see there. I think that's Luke Morales. Oh, battling with Marcus Acambra. Not the time to battle yet, boys, because you need to catch up to Adria Amet as he's trying to slowly get away. Oh, Axel Nocom, they're cutting the track a big part. I think that was a big cut there. Oh yeah, I think he had contact, so he had no way to keep the cart on track. Now Pierre D1 is involved. was involved in that collision between him and Axel, and it's pushed him a little too far to even get a slight slipstream here, which is really important when it comes to kart racing. Slipstream is really important, so this is really unfortunate for Pure D1, who's having a hard time catching up to these guys who are helping each other out. But yeah, Adria is just relaxing there, finding his time, finding his pace, just waiting for the moment where the white flag waves and he gets the prompt for the last lap. And sometimes when you're in the lead, it takes really a long time to feel that, like you're just waiting and waiting, just going and going until you see it. That as I think we have a little fight going on between the two here. I think this is Luke Morales and Axel Nocom trying to see what they can do together. There we have it. Fighting again. More fighting. And I think it's still... Oh! Almost. Oh no! Look. Oh no, that's Adria Amit having a half spin there. I think that's really unfortunate. I think he clipped the curb a little bit too hard there. Axel Nocom now taking this position. Hopefully by the end he comes out on top. There we go. A little bit more fighting there. And now he's catching up. He's catching up. Okay. So, this might be the final lap. Yeah, this is the final lap. So, this is a three-way fight for P2 with Marcus Ocumbra coming out on top there. As now he gets a nice clean track with all these karters behind him battling it out and losing a lot of time. So, it's working out for him as we see there. Marcus Ocumbra, clean track for him. And he's getting away slowly as we get on board at the rear view of his kart. So using all the track there. Now he's getting closer and closer. Go to TV camera and Axel Nocom is trying to make a move around the outside there but didn't work out. Axel Nocom almost had it, but now it will be Marcus Ocumbra finishing for P1 in the pre-final, followed closely by Axel Nocom. I think that was a close finish between Luke Morales and Adria Amit. Let's have a quick look at who finished first with our orbit camera. And I think it was Luke Morales who got the win there.
That's it for your pre-final. Then let's take a look at your classification. Marcus Cambra taking a pre-final win there with a +4 charge, and just in front of Axel Nocom and Luke Morales who rounds the top 3. Then it's AJ Amit, Pierre Abdiwan, Jan Seguanta, Juan Lucas, Jensen Hammond, a tough one for the Australian, Mateo Javier, and Lucas Couto who rounds the field. That's it for pre-final. Then a fantastic win there for Marcus Lacambra. He takes pole for later on for that final. But then we'll head to the interviews first with Marcus Lacambra and the top 3 runners as well down there in Park Ferme with Rosa Reyes.
So, pre-finals. At the second place position, we have Axel Nocom. Congratulations, Axel Nocom. Do you have any insights on how was the pre-finals of the Iame Italy round 3?
Yeah, to be honest, getting P2 is not so bad. I finished P2 on the track as well. The heats were not as good as I expected because I crashed on lap 1 in each heat and not had the best start on the outside row. But on the pre-final, it was a little bit better, held the lead for a moment, but then got passed again. But to finish P2 is really good.
Yeah, do you think that luck played a big part on getting second place?
I think my luck was pretty good, to be honest, in the pre-final. It could have been better, but it could have been worse as well. So I think it's a consistent result to finish on the top 3.
All right. So, do you have any like ideas or plans to like improve to finish first in the finals?
I think I have to improve my starts. I've been getting really bad starts from the outside row. I'll be starting P2 for the final once again. So I'll try something different this time.
All right, thank you. Good luck for the finals.
Thank you.
Okay, so for our first place finisher in the pre-finals, we have Marcos Lacambra. Congratulations. What was going through your mind while you were racing there?
Um, to be honest, there was a point in the race where I gave up because I started sixth, so not good morale at the start, but then made up +4 at the start with all that chaos, and then I noticed Adria got ahead, and Axel, Luke, and me were fighting, so I decided to like just black for Adria because if I wanted anyone to win, I would want it to be someone in the Burrell chassis. uh, it ended up that we all caught up to AJ in the end, and then we switched, and AJ ended up blocking for me, and that's how I got the win.
Oh, okay. So, how much do you think Slipstream was, was it a big part of this race, you think?
Definitely very big. I noticed without Slipstream, I was on 57.6, and then when I
Wow.
was behind Slipstream, I got 56.9.
So, was a pretty big advantage getting the Slipstream. Um, can you tell us more about the Slipstream? Is it like how 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 much gap do you have to have the Slipstream effect?
I say 5 cards is a safe zone, and then by the end of the straight, that 5 card gap will already have closed down. So 5 card is, I think, okay.
Okay. So, any ideas and plans for heading into the finals of this Ayame Round 3 Italy Cup?
Create chaos for the others since I'm not really in the championship.
All right. There we have it. Good luck.
Thank you, Rosa Reyes, once more for interviewing the drivers down there in Park Ferme. It's been brilliant for Marcus Lacambra for taking that win in the pre-final. He'll be looking good for the final later on today. We'll take a short break as we'll head to the main grid for the final later on today. As we have an issue with the broadcast, everyone, for this final, but the drivers are still on track having a full course yellow. But soon enough, we will head back to Russell Reyes as the issue has been resolved. So we'll see you on the track.
Okay, here we go for the finals. This is the lap 1 of the Iame Italy Round 3 here in Adria KART Raceway. And at the moment we have a yellow flag. So we'll be having our race start soon. Race restart. And yeah, unfortunately the live stream had a bit of a problem, so we weren't able to catch the first corner of this final. So, but now we'll be starting it again with a yellow flag safety start, and we have here Luke Morales leading the pack, as he had a great timing to take the position a while ago from Marcus Lacambra. So this will be intense. Marcus Lacambra now positioning himself for a nice restart with at the back of him, just at the back, is Jensen Hammond, who had a good race start also, putting himself in P3. So now it's all about maintaining this position. Now Marcus Lacambra now gets his sight on Luke Morales, but now it's not yet over till it's over. There we go, it's a race start. We're back racing here at the Adria Raceway International, and turn 1 is clean. No incidents so far. Everyone's maintaining their karts nice and clean. As we see there, the background, Hansa Guant a little wide there, maybe spun out a bit. Now Luke Morales is gonna defend the inside here. He's not gonna let Marcus Lacambra that easy through with Jensen Hammond. Let's get on board him as he tries to battle it out here with the big 2. And on board, there we go. Have the helmet view. You guys can see this track is very tight, not really tight. It's a wide track, but a lot of corners. So positioning your kart is a key here to get a good exit. You can see there a little bit of a dive there as he goes again. As you can see, he's now slowly catching up to Marcus Lacambra with a slipstream help. And there we have it. A little bit of fighting at the back there. I think that was Lucas Q2 fighting with Hansa Guanta. And oh no, big contact with Mateo. Oh no, that's that might be looked upon by the stewards, but we have here Marcus Lacambra still trailing Luke Morales. Let's see where Axel Nocum. Oh no, Axel Nocum is involved in a big accident. He's the host of this event and was in the leading pack, but now unfortunately he's involved in a big incident. So let's see once the protests come in if whoever gets a penalty for that. But now we see Luke Morales taking this course really nice and tight, using all of it. There we go. More battling, and now Luke Morales trying to cover the inside. Oh, big contact there from, I think that was Marcus Lacambra, slightly pushing him a bit too wide there. And Pierre D1 also having a fight here. The red carters, I would call them, Adria and Pierre D1, looking like the same carter each day. But as you can see, he has a red helmet is Adria and the white helmet is Pierre D1. So he has a big chance to get the P3 position here if he just maintains this position. So yeah, he has to be a little bit careful with getting too close, as he has a little bit of lag. Not too close to our national carter here, Marcus Lacambra. So we can see Jensen is trying to help him out with a slipstream, bump drafting him, so he gets closer to Luke Morales. It's a common trick in karting, and it's nice to see it. Yeah, there we go. Axel Nocum side by side there with Mateo, almost taking him out there. I think Mateo had a bad exit. I think 172 is also looking to make a move here, but nah, I think they're just helping each other out. But at the same time, Jensen Hammond is still just watching over this race. You can see there a little bit of a problem with the onboard view. There we go. There you can see how they're focusing their exits. You can see a little bit of a wider entry from the two up ahead. They're focusing the exits to get a nice fast line out of the corner. Now Marcus Lacambra is just working together here with Luke Morales. So really getting really close here. As you can see here, Pierre D1 also trying to work it out with Adria. This is Pier D1. One of our international karters. Oh, taking a lot of curves there, almost flipping out the kart. Let's go back to the leading fight. And Marcus Acambra, we can see using that ducking to get a little bit more aerodynamics, better aerodynamics. Almost crashed into there. But I believe that was just a lag. Look at the TV camera. See what's going on. And let's see where Axel Nocom is after all this time. Oh no! Running wide there. Almost spun out there. Luke Morales. Where's Axel Nocom? Still at the back. Having a hard time. There we go. Marcus Lacambra. They managed to pull a gap from Jensen Hammond, who was not able to maintain the gap. As the two ahead was just helping each other out, just pull away from everyone. But yeah, this will be really, really hard. I think karting is all about just working together just to achieve a certain goal, and then at the last minute just betray whoever you're working with. You know, sometimes that's what they do. At the last lap, they then make the dive when they have enough gap at the back. As you can see, I think one Lucas Pulambarret also having a fight here with 172. That's Spear D1. Wow, Lucas Pulambarret has a slightly better line there, taking more exit line there. And I think we have a little bit of a defense going on. And Pierre D1's just signaling to push together and not to fight together, you know. Sometimes that's what you need to try and get a better position when you're karting. And as you can see there, one Lucas Pulambarret just destroying the kart there. Just flicking the wrist of his hands just to get a better position. Now he's just fighting here with Pierre D1. Pierre D1 was trying to signal to push together, but yeah, as we can see there, the back on the lead, we're fighting again. Let's see. Oh, see that big push. I think that's them working together. Marcus Lacambra giving him a friendly tap at the back just to get more top speed out of that kart. As you can see in the brake trace, he doesn't really brake a lot, just enough to get the kart running. And I do believe that we're coming close to the final lap. So it's only a matter of time as once Aguanta spun out. Big incident there for him. Unfortunately, he'll be at the very back of the grid, but yeah, he'll come back. He'll do some more testing to get the better driving here at the Iame AMS Italy Cup. So it's not yet done. There we go. They're just helping together. I hope they start fighting now, because yeah, we all want to see a nice fight, don't we? So I think Marcus Lacambra will start sending it down the inside soon enough. Marcus Lacambra with the fastest lap, 56.9. I think that's due to them just pushing each other to the front and just helping each other out. As we can see, all the other karters have a big gap in each of them, but no one's this close. This is the closest fight we have. Luke Morales and Marcus Lacambra. Here we go. Turn 2. Okay, now I think they're starting to fight. We can see Luke Morales just getting a little bit more defensive now. It's just not letting him go past. But also Marcus Lacambra is not really showing any signs of aggression, especially on that hairpin, as we just saw. He was not putting the kart on the nose on the inside, so yeah, I don't know what's Marcus Lacambra's planning here. but I think he's just trying to get Luke Morales to get a little bit more comfortable and over push a bit to just war his stars a little bit more. So this could be a good fight that's brewing. As you guys can see, it's just a little bit more bump drafting, a little bit more fighting. There we go. Oh, he backed out of it. I think Marcus Acambra just slightly lifted off the throttle there to just let Luke Morales keep the position. Okay, now showing a bit of the nose there, but I don't think Luke Morales was able to see that. So here we go. We're coming into the few last laps now. Coming closer to the finish as we see them into the sector 3, nice and clean. We have a bit of a fight going on between Adria Amit, I think, and Axel Nocom. I don't think they care about the position anymore. I think they're just fighting it out for fun here. As you can see, it's now the final lap. So I think Marcus Acambra will soon make a move on Luke Morales here because it's the final lap. It's surely now or never, so it has to be now. And there we go. We can see now the fight is brewing. Oh no! We saw Carter there almost crashing into our leaders. Now Marcus Acambra has the inside, so this will be a nice fight. Marcus Acambra defending the inside. Oh, Luke Morales trying for a switchback. Oh, he gets the opening. He gets the opening. Oh no, but Luke Morales tries to go for it, but didn't work out. Luke Morales almost spinning out there. I mean, yeah, he saved it, but not enough. And that will be it for Marcus Acambra as we have another fight brewing against Axel Nocom and a little bit more of these Jensen again. AJ and Axel finishing for the top 5. Wow. AJ, I think that was Jensen Hammond taking P3 for our finals. So yeah, let's see who won. Yeah, Marcus Lacambra takes the victory, followed closely by Luke Morales.
Indeed, Marcus Lacambra and Luke Morales finishing 1-2 in the final. They are not teammates, but they acted like one in that final. But Marcus Lacambra takes another victory today just in front of Luke Morales, and Morales extends his championship lead by quite a lot now. Jensen Hammond rounds the podium with a +5 gain to take that P3 away from Adria Amit and Axel Nocom, who tumbles down the order. Then it's Pierre Abdiwan, Lucas Couto, Mateo Javier, Juan Lucas, and Jan Seguanto who rounds the field.
And we'll be back for the interviews shortly. Thank you.
Yep, excellent stuff right there. Thank you, Russell Reyes, for commentating in the entirety of today. But let's have a quick virtual championship check as everything is still provisional. Luke Morales leads with 216 points, just 19 points ahead of Axel Nocom in second place. That is the fight for the title. Then in third, the battle still rages on with Marcus Lacambra in third by 151 points, just ahead of Adri Amit with 121, so 30 points gap, but it's still very doable to close in that championship gap. But we'll have the interviews really shortly then with Rosa Reyes soon on the Park Ferme as the drivers are still heading on into the weigh-in scale, but we'll have it very shortly, so stay tuned.
Okay, so for the finals, we have our finishers. We have Jensen Hammond finishing at P3. So, wow, what an intense race. I think you had a pretty rough heat races, but throughout the races you improved and managed to finish P3. Any message to, and any ideas on how did you manage to do it?
For sure, I was a lot more lucky at the beginning of the race because there was an accident in front of me, and I managed to avoid it. And then there was the full course, but then I got tow from slipstream from Luke and Marcus, but then I made a bit of a mistake and I lost that toe, but I still had a gap behind me. But by the last by the last lap of the final, the guys behind me were already on my bumper, so I was just trying to defend for my life. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw that actually. Where what? But if you had the chance to like stick it on their bumpers, on on Marcus and Luke's bumper for the final lap, if you had that chance, would you make a risky dive or something?
Not too risky. If I had have stayed with them, I would try to find an opportunity to dive in and yeah, get the position. But yeah.
All right, all right. Okay. So, what do you think was the difference between, your performance and the top two's performance today? Was it just keeping the cart not spinning out? Maybe they had a better time doing that, or yeah.
Well, yeah. I sort of yeah, I also I felt like I should have been a lot more consistent myself, so yeah.
Okay. So, I guess for day 2 you still have a chance to do it. Are you going to be joining for day 2?
Probably, yeah, I think so.
All right. Good luck for day 2, and thank you for racing with us, Jensen.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Luke Morales, congratulations on finishing P2 in the finals. I know that was pretty hard to take because I think you were leading the finals for quite a while there, but I think Marcus Lacambra managed to betray you at the end there. So anything to say about that?
Yeah, so me and Marcus were pushing throughout the whole race to get away from the rest of the field. The plan was to fight for the P1 on the last lap, and he just managed to get the position. There was no way around. His defense is crazy.
Yeah, we in the commentary box, like, some friends here was like thinking maybe if you had defended from him and then, you know, got a little bit more slower, so Jensen would be in the mix. You think that would help out or not really?
Yeah, I was thinking about holding him up for Jensen, but then I realized behind Jensen you have some fast people. So I realized if the three of us just start fighting, we'd lose time to the rest of the field.
Wow, so it's all about like that first few laps where you can make the big gap, huh? So what was your secret? I think you were quite lucky in the heats also, and also the pre-finals, getting good positions to just run away from the field. Do you had any secrets that you want to share?
Well, most of the secret is just to stay consistent, stay with your line. Don't panic even if the others behind you are sending fake moves, they're showing the inside. Just stay composed and stay consistent.
All right, all right. So, well, what's your plan for day 2? I mean, yeah, you finished P2 today, but you still have another day to show your talent and, try and get the win, right? So, any plans?
The plan for day two is to hopefully get a good time trial, and from there, just turn those time trials into podiums and wins.
All right, good luck, good luck. Thank you for racing with us, Luke Morales. Thank you. For our first place finisher, the Iame Italy Cup Round 3 Day 1, we have Marcus Lacambra. So congratulations, Marcus Lacambra. First of all, do you have any message to any of your friends, your family, or like, whoever's gonna watch this stream?
Words for my family. I think we should have the seat full of water because that is words of wisdom from Charles Leclerc and his engineer.
Oh, okay. So you need some water, huh? Must be the water.
My I feels like it must be the water because that drive was like it feels like we were on rails to be honest.
So did you feel any kind of fatigue when you were, trying to follow Luke Morales? I mean, he was a pretty fast sim racer,
Uh,
and yeah, any insights?
well, actually, I noticed after a few laps, maybe like lap 9-ish, I noticed Luke was making a few mistakes, but I knew in the long run that would just hurt us more, so I just decided to keep staying behind him.
Yeah, we also saw that. I think you were letting off the throttle at some point because yeah, I think did you think that staying behind played a part because of course when you're ahead, right? You don't have the slipstream, so you gotta push extra hard to like make good laps. So I think the tires were heating up for Luke Morales there towards the end. You think that played a part?
I'm sure it played some part in the last lap dicing that we had, but I to the extent of how much it did, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I think that's one secret we have to find out about kart racing pro. But yeah, what a good race. I mean, what was the most difficult part in that race, on that finals?
First few laps, when Jensen was still behind us, I wasn't sure if if he would go for a move or keep up behind us.
So I think you just outpaced him by pushing Luke Morales and just trying to get a good exit all the time, right?
Yeah, and fortunately we did. We pulled, I don't know how much of a gap it was to be honest, but enough for it to really distance everyone else.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we in the commentary box, we want a lot of battles. So if you're gonna do it tomorrow again, I suggest you just send it, okay? So we have a more exciting race.
Yeah, honestly, I did say I wanted to really spice up the championship since I'm kind of far from these two, from Axel and Luke. So I kind of did my job somewhat because Luke's not at the top, Axel's not in the podium, so somewhat a sense of accomplishment. If I can really get them to have like one bad result maybe.
Okay, so there we have it. We have Marcus Lacambra's plans for tomorrow, and yeah, I guess good luck for day two tomorrow, and hope you have a good race.
That's it for finals then. Thank you, Russell Reyes, for the interview down there with Marcus Lacambra, Luke Morales, and Jensen Hammond for the top 3 runners. I will have more action tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But now we will have the podium upcoming shortly. We won't have a broadcast for that though, but it will be a virtual podium. So we'll have more racing tomorrow and hope to see you again.